Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another Lost Ark video. It's Friday, which means it's Arkonomics. Take a look at the NA West server, blue crystal prices, and the market over the last week. Basically, just a historical marker since all the other historical websites that track prices are gone. Gone to dust, like we all will be someday. Amen, brother. Looks like slow buy is going to be about 62.5. We'll be generous and say 6,300. Insta buy is going to be about 6.9k. I mean, shit's kind of expensive, which is interesting to me because logically, I would think that gold would be worth more due to the, bunch of different factors that have been happening over the last little while, in terms of like less busing, less active busing, at least, less ease of access, right? Obviously less gold in the game because of assumedly less alt rosters, botters, etc. getting the free bus gold, and of course the frog. But blue crystal prices seem to be as expensive as fucking ever, which is also doubly weird because I don't think there's actually anything to really buy with blue crystals right now. Like, there's no, like, special blue crystal things, like, there's no bonus room. So I don't really understand why blue crystals are so expensive. Huh, it's strange. Could also just be that there's less people whaling, obviously. Because that is another factor to blue crystal prices. Obviously, it's a direct factor. If there's less people selling, then price go up. And if everybody's trying to sell to swipe, then the price plummets. So that might actually just be the reason why. I don't know. Interesting. That's all I'm going to say. I think it's interesting. That's why I do this. Oops, I clicked the codex, not the market. I think it's interesting. That's why I've always done this, because I can't tell you how many times I've went back and looked at my own videos just to see the price of things and been like, interesting. I don't know, man. I'm a little freak. Aren't we all a little freaky? Anyways, again, I would not expect much to be realistically be happening. Reason being, a couple different things. One, the advanced honing nerf isn't in yet. If you're watching this the day that this video comes out or the week that this comes out, then the advanced honing nerfs aren't in the game. I'm sure you're aware of this if you're somebody who plays this game frequently. But if you're not, advanced honing nerfs aren't in the game yet. It will be in the game next maintenance, so next Tuesday, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what's supposed to happen. And then going forward past that, there's really no content that's coming out for quite some time, which is, I think, a good thing personally, but I don't really care either way at this point. You know what I mean? I'm just here for whatever I do. But the reason I bring this up is the distance between content cycles and content patches definitely affect the price of materials, right? You have periods of time where there's less honing, like there's less need to hone. So a lot of people don't really feel the pressure to hone right now, hence why prices are probably much lower than they would be like a month and a half from now or a month from now, whatever it may be. The closer you get to the next content drop, you know what I mean? It's a cyclical thing. Price go up when content get closer because then people do last minute honing. Maybe they decide to fucking have a come to God moment. They swap their character. They have to hone it up real quick. They're swapping mains. Whatever it may be, man. You just have to look for the events that will make materials go up. That's really it. There's no real secret to it. And it's not a guarantee that prices will always go up, but it just makes the most sense, right? And there's no telling what prices will go up to, but it's a pretty safe bet to assume that whether it be express events or new classes or content releases like raids, whenever these content patches get closer, or classes or express events, the associated honing materials will have a brief spike upward because people will be interacting with the honing system more for a short period of time. It's just up to you to make the decision whether this is as low as the prices are going to get, or they will get lower. That's really up to you to decide. I don't fucking know, man. I make video and I put it on the internet, and I go, hee hee, I make video. That being said, I don't think there's going to be hardly any price movement whatsoever. The only thing I realistically think is going to see price movement is fusion mats, and that's solely because T4 mats are just insane prices, right? Why are these insane prices? Well, some people posit advanced honing. Some people posit less bots. I don't fucking know, man. All I know is the price of fusion mats are obviously directly tied to the materials needed to craft them, and obviously supply and demand is a separate modifier on top of that, so make of that what you will. What I will say is fusion mats are probably... Again, I haven't been crafting fusion mats for months, but I still highly recommend you guys look at the calculator, and I still do think I have the calculator in every description of these videos, just as like a reminder that this calculator exists, and you probably should be looking at it and crafting fusion mats most of your life, because it's just free money. And who doesn't like free fucking money, man? Everybody does. I'm also not surprised that Destiny Destruction Stones are still kind of expensive. I expect these to hit a point where they won't go up anymore, and I think 40 gold might be the cap around this 40 gold range, because they've been here for a couple weeks now. And as we get closer to the content drop, like the next raid, I do think these will go back down, because people will stop focusing on their weapon exclusively, and, you know, when people are doing their last minute honing to try to get high enough item level to get into the raid on like their last minute alts or new mains or whatever, whatever it may be, obviously you're going to want to hone the armor, or you're going to want to hone whatever is the easiest thing to hone to get the item level, so it's probably going to be less of the weapon. People are going to sell their weapon stones, etc. if they aren't already. Point being, we've seen this happen multiple times in Tier 3. It stands to reason that it's probably going to happen in the exact same way in Tier 4. Basically, I'd be selling my redstones now, and I'd be buying them later. Because again, when there's no raid content, and the only thing people have to hone is weapons, well, not even necessarily only thing to hone, but like, people feel like they have downtime in order to do stupid things like hone their weapon, then the price of these go up, right? Typically, it seems redstones do the inverse of bluestones, right? When bluestones were like 10 gold each, redstones were like 15, 20 gold each. Now that bluestones are 2 gold, these are 40 gold. Obviously, you get a lot more armor stones, and you need to tap your armor. I don't want to say less, but people frame it that way, which is my whole point, right? Because if you have downtime, people hone weapon, people feel like they don't need to tap armor. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, let's stop yapping about that shit. There's not too much happening. Take a look at engraving books just for the meme of it. Also, there was a Twitter post, an X.com, the Everything app post, saying that there's going to be new items added to the frog next week. Whatever that means, I don't know. I didn't click on it, I'm going to be honest. I just saw the tweet. So, if you're not aware of that, I'm sure everyone who watches these videos is aware of that, because you probably... Well, I wouldn't say everyone. I feel like there's two camps of people that watch these videos. One camp who don't play the game, but they just like to listen to me bullshit for like 10 minutes. Shoutouts to you, you're the GOAT. And then there's the other camp of people who still play this game, and you already know everything I'm saying, you just turn this on to have something in the background. Which honestly, shoutouts to you, you're the GOATs also. Adrenaline 370, Grudge 300. I mean, nothing has changed, man. And I don't expect things to really change in any drastic way until, like, something happens, right? Whether it be a content patch or some event that gives these. This shit's just gonna be expensive, and that's how it's gonna be. Sidereal Energy. 700k? Yep, 750. Damn, I fucking called that shit. I don't want a Sorceress gem. Fuck Sorceress. But, like, respectfully, you feel me? Level 10 gem. What do we got going on here? Looks like 1.75 for a cooldown. Level 10 coolie. 1.8. Cheapest damage gem currently is 3.2. What's recently sold? Recently sold is 3.15, 3.19, for damage. Cooldown is 1.75, 1.75, 1.75. So it seems pretty solid at 1.75. There was a damage gem that sold for just over 3 mil. But I'd say the proper price is probably between 3.15 and 3.2. Yeah, I mean, unsurprisingly, not much has changed. Anyways, that's going to do it for this week of me in the Yapathon 2025. The weekly Yapathon 2025. I'll see you guys next time. Like the video if you like it, subscribe, all that good shit. And thank you to my YouTube members. It's Business Inner Diz, Remix My Life. I'm Nufu. I love all of you guys very, very much. Hearts. Bye!